Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with the final video on the 5x5 grid community event that we are doing. This is the fourth video and I think I will be able to complete it in today. There's 3 more submissions left. After going through all the submissions, after completing my reaction to all the submissions, I'm going to look back at all the submissions again, kind of like skimming through them, and I will see that if my ranking is okay or not, because I've been ranking while reacting and I feel like some rankings might be a little bit up and down and kind of a little bit different. So after going through everything, I feel like I'll be able to make a better judgment. So for now the rankings are temporary. So now after I've completed everything, I'll look through them again, kind of skimming through them, and see if I need to change the rankings here and there, and then we'll have the final thing. So yeah, let us get started then. In the previous video we did 4 more. Today there's 3 left only, so I'm going to be doing these 3. So yeah, let us get started. So the first person on today's video is Ken. Okay, let me read the text first. Anime is One Piece, Gintama, okay. Jujutsu Kaisen, Suicide Squad, Isekai, okay. Konosuba, and light novel Roshidare, Classroom of the Elite, Tensura, 86, okay. Games or visual novel, FGO, Elden Ring, okay. Wuthering Waves, Dark Souls 3, okay. Sekiro, Tsukihime, Mahoyo, okay. Devil May Cry 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, Nier Replicant, okay. Drakengard 3, The Walking Dead, Cyberpunk, God of War, entire series, okay. Excuse me. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and GTA San Andreas. A lot of games you have, I can see. Alright, so let's begin then. First one on the list, One Piece. Right, I feel like most of the I feel like I've been, this is like the 13th or something, like the 12th or 13th submission I'm looking at. I feel like at least 8 to 9 of the other lists have One Piece in it. So obviously I don't think I need to say anything about this anymore. Yeah, I can accept One Piece in here because it is such a OG anime. Everyone has but praises to say about this show and the manga, so no doubt about it. Yeah, this One Piece definitely deserves to be in the top spot of a lot of people's list. So yeah, so there you go, One Piece. I agree with it, even though I myself haven't watched most of, 90% of it. Yeah, I think One Piece is like nearing 1,000. No, not nearing. I think it has crossed 1,000 episodes, hasn't it? Yeah. So the fact that I've watched 100 episodes means that I've not watched 90% of it. So yeah. Okay. Anyways, next is Gintama. Yeah, definitely. Again, I'm like 100% seal of approval. This is Gintama is just that show. It's that show. I'll just I love the show. I love everything about it. It's also in my top list, and I don't think Gintama is ever going to drop down from the top 10 in my list at least, because there's very few shows that are able to make you I don't know, as emotionally feel things like Gintama. It has happiness, it has sadness, it has a lot of serious parts, it has a lot of goofy parts, a lot of crazy parts, like you don't understand what the hell is happening. And and the main casts are so memorable, like Gintoki, Shinpachi, and Kagura are just so memorable. Yeah, and Sadaharu, I forgot to mention him, sorry. But yeah, definitely Gintama, 100% agree. Right, Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay, I think in the previous video I myself said this, but I'm entertained by Jujutsu Kaisen. However, I wouldn't really put it on my top list unless and until something crazy happens in the upcoming seasons, which makes me change my mind. For now, at least, like Jujutsu Kaisen is entertaining, it's fun, it has a lot of great scenes. Like, I know one thing I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen does the best is the action stuff and all the other things. But I feel like I get too overwhelmed by the constant back-to-back action. It's just no place to just calm down. I guess that is the true essence of shonen shows, because that's literally what shonen is, battles back to back. But like I said, I like my shonen a little bit different. So either way, yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen is good. I do like it, but I do not like it that much that I will be putting it in my top list. Jujutsu Kaisen is probably in my list of like all the animes I've watched. It'll probably be there in the middle. If I had to make a proper guess where it is, where it stands in my ranking, it'll be at the middle almost. So again, it might change. I don't know. I don't know what happens in the manga. If something happens that makes me think that, oh, you know what, this is quite good, it'll probably go up. So let's see. I don't think it'll go down. It'll probably be there in the middle. Whatever happens, in the manga later, or the anime, whatever is going on, it'll never go down. But there is a possibility it might go up. So we'll see. Anyways, so yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, I wouldn't really personally put on my list. So yeah. Next is Suicide Squad Isekai. Now here's the thing. This barely started. Like, I don't know, and this is an anime original, isn't it? There isn't really any type of source material or anything. It's just like something they thought of, because ReZero's author is is on the story, thing. So I kind of disagree with this, because first of all, we barely have anything to talk about. Like, it's just 4 episodes. No, wait, how many episodes? 5 episodes, I think. I've forgotten how many episodes have aired already. But that's number one. And number two is, even though it is quite, I don't know, it's quite entertaining, I haven't really seen anything in the story that would make me go wow. There was one particular episode I kind of liked, the episode where Harley, okay, I don't know if I should say it here, because I feel like a lot of people probably haven't seen it and probably planning to watch it. But I'm pretty sure you can understand which episode I'm talking about. The one where Harley uses a very simple thing to take care of a situation. That episode I kind of really liked. But other than that, there wasn't any particular episode that was like, oh wow, this is great. But then again, like I said, it's barely starting. I think we should at least give it like a one season or 2 seasons, if it gets a sequel, to cook the thing up properly and properly give us and present us a story. But it's still not there. So I don't think I would agree with Suicide Squad Isekai being in a top list, like alongside shows like One Piece, Red Dead Redemption. It's a game, obviously, but One Piece, Red Dead Redemption, Gintama, sharing the same rank, Tsukihime sharing the same ranking as that. No, 100% disagree. Nope. I ain't accepting this. But I do understand a certain amount of, I guess you could say, affection for the show, just because it has a few characters which you have seen in other comics, or others media. Like that I can understand. These have a few, most of the characters that are from another franchise, and you probably like those franchises and them in that. But in this show, I cannot agree with it. I can understand, because they are here, there's probably a bit of bias. That is why I'm assuming that's why you put it here. I'm assuming that you love superhero, DC, Marvel and stuff. That's why you probably put this here. But based on the show in itself, I cannot agree to this. But yeah, there you go. Wait, you know what? Let me just check. This is an anime original, isn't it? Or am I just unaware that this is like a... Let me check. What Isekai? I don't know. Maybe I'm 100% sure this is an anime original. Because, yeah, if this wasn't an anime original, I would have heard about it. It just came out, and yeah, it is an anime original. So there you go. If it was like it had a source material or something, I would have probably been like, okay, fine, whatever. But no, come on, right? Okay, the next one, Konosuba. Yeah, 100% agree. Konosuba definitely deserves to be in the top spot. It's one of the best shows I've ever watched, and it's just it's very. I'm very fond of this. If I had enough slots, I probably would have put Konosuba in myself. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough slots, 25 slots only. So I wasn't able to put in a few shows that I really wanted, but I like I couldn't do it. So I'm glad that Konosuba is here at the top of someone's list, and I am glad that like this show is this show is extremely beloved. Like a lot of like people love, not a lot of people. I feel like every person I've seen talking about Konosuba loves it. I don't think I've ever seen any person who doesn't like Konosuba. Yeah, you know what? That's the beauty of this show. I've heard a lot of people like like certain shows. Few people like, few people don't like, that kind of thing. But I've never heard anyone say anything about Konosuba that, oh, I don't like it. I guess it makes sense because it's happy, like laughter and happiness. Any show that makes you laugh, I don't think it can have uh, a group of people that don't like it. Same thing with Gintama as well, I guess. Like most comedy shows, I don't think they have haters because they make you laugh. Even haters, when they watch it, they probably laugh. That's why. Like that's a good thing. Like comedy shows are. That's why comedy shows are great. There's barely any people hating on it because everyone laughs at it. But anyways, yeah, Konosuba's amazing, fantastic. I'm really excited for the sequel whenever it's going to come. The current season was absolutely fantastic. I feel like Konosuba, every season that I'm watching is getting better and better, and and I feel like that is very important in an anime or any type of manga. Keeps improving itself more and more. So I'm just looking forward to whatever's going to come. So yeah. Okay, wait a minute. I just forgot. These are all anime. Okay, from here on it's light novels. So next is Roshidare, and you know what? Like I said this in the previous episode video as well. Even though the anime has barely started, you've put it in the light novel category. So I can obviously they can say that yeah, this belongs here because light novel. I think it is far ahead. I don't know how many volumes has come out, but it's way ahead. And I've seen a lot of people praising the light novel. So I can kind of assume that yeah, it's really good. So yeah, like, and I'm myself is watching the anime. The anime is, that up until now that has aired, episode 3, has been really good. I'm really enjoying it. It started, like the first episode started and I was like, okay, this seems like a typical slice of life rom-com. But then second episode brought in that little twist kind of thing, which really like, surprised me. And the previous episode, which was episode 3, brought in like a good chunk of like like a few characters past and a few things we got to see, which again made me very much interested. So I feel like it is like like as far as I can understand, this show is basically going to be a slice of life rom-com with proper story. Like some slice of lives have just slice of lifey bits, which is good on its own. There isn't really much story, but this one, yeah, I feel like it will have a proper story that builds up, and like we will be able to reach somewhere with the whole story. It has bulk to it, I think. So yeah. Anyways, I'm like I'm enjoying it, and I'm pretty sure the light novel is so very good because like everyone loves light novel. I've seen a lot of people praising it. Okay, next is Classroom of the Elite. Light novel, obviously. We don't talk about the anime. But yeah, again, another person had this on their list, and I can 100% agree with Classroom of the Elite being in this list because as far as I've heard and seen from other people and heard how many scenes were skipped from the anime, I could make a guess the light novel is absolutely fantastic. And yeah, there you go. So I can agree with Classroom of the Elite being here. Next is Slime. Again, I've talked about this before as well. Slime is really good. I myself personally enjoyed the anime. Obviously, I haven't read the light novel, and I'm assuming light novel makes it even better. I wouldn't really put it on my top list though, but yeah, I can see a lot of people loving Slime so much that it's on their top list. So there you go. Next is 86. This light novel. Okay, the thing is, I still haven't watched season. I think I mentioned this before. Still haven't watched season 2. I will watch it. Again, I don't get time enough to like properly like watch and revisit shows that have already aired. I'm just too like too packed up with the seasonals and the other stuff that I do. So I do have this on my list that I'm definitely going to watch it because I watched season 1. It was really good, and I was actually excitedly waiting for season 2. But then time constraints, I wasn't able to watch season 2. So yeah, I'm talking about the anime though, but you've put it in light novel, so I'm assuming you have read the whole thing. And yeah, the anime has also ended. I think season 2 is the end, isn't it? I'm not 100% sure, but as far as I've heard, like season 1 and then season 2, it's the end of the story. I think I'm not 100% sure. But 86 was really good when I watched the anime, and I'm assuming the light novel is even better. And a lot of people I've heard saying really good things about 86. So yeah, I can see this being here as well. I myself am not really that familiar with it because I haven't watched season 2 to comment on it properly. But yeah. All right. 86. Next is Fate Grand Order, and yeah, definitely I can agree with this. I've said this before. Fate Grand Order has its moments. It's like it has a lot of story sections that is a hit, a lot of story sections that is a miss, but it makes sense because obviously a lot of different authors and a lot of different people are involved with this. It's not only Nasu making the story and stuff. There's a lot of other people, a lot of other authors who also put their input, give their like things in different arcs. So I guess it makes sense why a lot of people like a few arcs, a lot of people don't like a few arcs. It makes sense. But obviously you cannot deny that it has its really great moments. Like I don't think I'll ever forget Atlantis. I loved it so much. I'll probably never forget it. Olympus was great as well. But I feel like Atlantis is my personal favorite. Then we have Lost Spell 6, which is also another my personal favorite. So these things in the Epic of the Remnant, Shimosa, I loved Shimosa. It has really good things, and like really good moments from the events. One of my personal favorite events is what was it? Obviously Oku. I love Oku, and then we have the that one. What was it called? Oh my god, I'm forgetting. There was a particular event I absolutely loved. Van Gogh's event was very good. And oh my god, I cannot remember now. I don't know why. There's been so many events I'm trying to remember, but you know what? You get my point. Yeah, so I think it even though it has its really, like not good moments, boring moments, it also has its really, really good moments. And I'm just invested in the whole thing myself, so I think it will be doing it a disservice to not put it in the top list. So I've put it on my list as well, and I can agree 100% with it being in the top as well. So there you go. Yeah, I agree with Fate Grand Order. Elden Ring. Yeah, I can definitely agree with Elden Ring. It's an absolutely fantastic game. And like it has a story as well. I'm not really that familiar with it because I haven't completely played the game. I've played it a little bit. I should play it. But like I'm kind of a beginner in this type of game. It's the Souls-like games, so I just get thrashed around like a ragdoll, kicked around. So yeah. So yeah, but I can 100% agree with Elden Ring being here. It is one of those games. It's one of those games that'll always be there, and people will remember it. So I can 100% agree with this being here. Wuthering Waves, though, again, I cannot agree with Wuthering Waves. It's barely started. Like, it's barely started. How many days have gone? 2 months, 3 months, I think. I'm not even sure when it came. I think, yeah, 3 months, I think. Something like that. So, like, obviously, I myself am up to date with the story. The story is good, but I wouldn't say that it has still reached that point that I would put it on a top list. It's actually quite good. A lot of people have said that, oh, the story is very weak and everything, but that's wrong. That is actually wrong. Yeah, the story starts a little bit slow. Every single story starts slow. Like, come on, what do you want? What do you want? Like some kind of like whenever I hear people say that, oh, the story is slow, like I'm like, god damn it, like let it cook for a little bit. Like, what are you on about? It's barely started. I've seen people complaining about the story in the second day of release. I'm baffled by these people. How much of a short attention span does these people have? Like it's just absolutely crazy. Like people expect things to start with an explosion or something. That's how people expect stories to happen. It doesn't work like that. Come on. But anyways, that is completely wrong though. But obviously, I feel like it still has a lot of like potential to grow. And up until now, what we've watched, watched of the story, read of the story, yeah, it's absolutely fantastic, especially the latest one with with the the new place that got unlocked, the Mount Firmament. Yeah, I think that was called what it was called. And like the new characters, the whole thing with Jue, I think that's what he's called, the dragon, the sentinel. Those things, like the latest story was absolutely fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I can only imagine it's going to get better from here, and it's going to make like a whole, like like a really good thing. But again, like I said, it's really good. I wouldn't really put it on my top list. It might get to my top list way in the future, maybe like at least like give it like 1 year, then maybe, but not now. So there you go. I disagree with this, but that doesn't mean I don't like it. I disagree with it because it's just started. Like I need to give it a little bit more time for it to reach. Like again, like I said, whenever like whenever I put in any type of shows or whatever in these lists, I always compare them with the other ones that I've put. Like I don't think I can compare Wuthering Waves to Red Dead Redemption 2 or Gintama. In no way can I do that. So in the same position as these other crazy legendary story and like games, I cannot put Wuthering Waves along with it. Same with Suicide Squad Isekai. So these two are the only two ones I think I disagree with. All the others I think are okay. Yeah. Then we have Dark Souls 3. I haven't played Dark Souls actually. Like that's why I'm saying I'm new to the Souls-like games. I started with Elden Ring. Right. So and I haven't even completed it, like I said. So yeah, but I'm obviously I've heard that Dark Souls is really good and all that. So I don't know about the story though. I have no idea about what the story is and whether it's good or not. But obviously gameplay wise and everything, it's okay. I would probably not put it on my list because I'm kind of, whenever I put these, like even if it's games, I kind of look at the story. Like gameplay is obviously important to me, but at least in this list it is secondary to me. That's why if you can remember, in my list I have only put Red Dead Redemption 2 and most of like the story driven like games like Nier Automata. What else have I had put in games like The Walking Dead, again like story, only dialogue, no gameplay, and a few other like like Telltale ish games, story driven, dialogue driven games like Wolf Among Us. I think I put it there in my top list as well. And then Life is Strange, those type of games which are like story based, though they don't have gameplay, but based on story I've put all of them. So I'm not really sure about the story because I haven't played it, but gameplay wise it's quite good. I personally probably wouldn't still put it on my list, but I can see a lot of people have Dark Souls in their top list. I can I can agree with that at least. Then we have Sekiro, again another soul. I'm pretty sure Sekiro is a souls-like game, isn't it? It's pretty damn difficult as far as I know, and yeah, it's like it's and I don't know anything about the story, so I have no idea. But yeah, I can see Sekiro being in someone's top list as well. I myself haven't really played it, so I cannot really say. But yeah, okay. Next is Tsukihime Remake. Even though I still haven't played it, I'm waiting for something to happen. Hopefully some kind of announcement. Maybe I'm just waiting. Just I don't know. Like maybe it's never going to happen. You know what? I still have hope because the same thing happened with Mahoyo. They said that they're not going to do the PC version or whatever. There was no announcement, and then suddenly they were like, "Oh, PC version, here you go." So I'm assuming something like that hopefully happens. Because I don't have consoles. Goddamn. Right. But yeah, even though I have personally not played it, I did play Tsukihime back. The previous one. I remember nothing about it though. But just because I know what type of story this is and how good it is, I definitely agree with it here. Mahoyo, yeah, definitely 100%. Mahoyo is one of my top, like beloved visual novels that I've played. And I've seen a lot of people compare Tsukihime with Mahoyo, this and that. A lot of people love Tsukihime for like the story and the action bits and everything. I personally loved Mahoyo because of how it handled the whole foundation of magic in itself. I love the way they explained it. I don't know. I just love the characters so much. The three characters, Aoko, Sojuro, and Alice. These three, I absolutely loved them, even though I barely met them in that little amount of time and barely got to know them. I just, within that little amount of time, I absolutely loved all of them. And I feel like Sojuro is probably the top, yeah, like Type Moon main characters, at least in my book. Like Sojo's the top main protagonist. um like he's I really love him, his whole, like, thing. And yeah, so overall, and obviously I love Aoko and Alice as well, and those two are amazing. And Toko's okay as well. I've seen a lot of people, like, and this is the thing, like a lot of people like absolutely adores Toko. I have seen her in Karano Kyokai. Like, is she in Tsukima? I don't think she's in Tsukima. Is she? No, she isn't. Aoko kind of comes in the very beginning. And I've seen, like, like a lot of people, even in the Fate, Toko comes in later, like a little bit of time. So I feel a lot of people like love Toko and all that, but I would probably, like, like I'd like my, like, like I kind of like Aoko more, because obviously Aoko was like the main attention of this, and we did get to see Toko here as well a lot. But personally, my favorites obviously like the main three. And I don't know, if we get like a sequel of this, I think it might happen, because I feel like in the latest FGO event there was a lot of hints that there might happen something in the future, some sequel or something. As far as I know, there's a lot of hints. So I would love that, but for now it's on my top list. I absolutely loved the way they build up the whole story, and it was such a solid, like, foundation. It made the foundation of magic in itself, what it is, explained everything in a really good way, and it I don't know, I really loved it. Anyways, I can 100% agree with this being here. Devil May Cry 5. I think I played it. Yeah. Wait, was it 5? Which one did I play? I cannot remember. But I did play Devil. I think I played 5. Yeah, I think I played 5. But I feel like Devil May Cry is more of a, like, something that, like, people who play the like franchise in itself, they'll be more attached to it, because obviously Devil May Cry started from Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3, and they were like in PS2s and stuff, as far as I can remember. PS2, PS3. It's quite old. So people who are invested in this franchise are obviously going to appreciate it more. I started with 5. I think it was 5 that I played, yeah. And I don't even remember. I don't remember if I completed it. I think I did complete it. It was good though. I really enjoyed it. But obviously, like I said, since I started from the middle, I probably wasn't able to appreciate the story enough. But people who are like big fans of the franchise, who've been playing it from the very beginning, I can see why they love it, because it's really good. It's just flashy, and the gameplay aspect I'm talking about. Story, I'm assuming the story is also quite good. So there you go. Red Dead Redemption 2, yeah, 100% agree with it. Like I said, Red Dead Redemption 2 is great throughout. Gameplay, story, everything is fantastic. And I would say, like, Red Dead Redemption 2's story is probably one of an experience I've had. I don't think I've ever had in any type of story-driven PC games. I've ever had a story, like an experience like Red Dead Redemption 2. I got too attached to the character. And I love how the game did it. They literally made you feel like these characters are your family. Like, it's absolutely insane the way the story develops, and you get genuinely attached to the characters, and it's just brilliantly done, And like Red Dead Redemption is not my top list, like on story-driven gameplay wise. Story-driven game, like that in PC game, is at the top of my list. I don't think there's anything that surpasses that. Nier Automata is close to a second, but Red Dead Redemption is at the top. Yeah, it might be surprising. I kind of like, in my ranking, Red Dead Redemption is the top, and then Nier Automata. But Red Dead Redemption 2, I don't know. I feel like that's the thing. I get just too attached to the characters. Like it's a pretty long game, you know. It's a pretty chunky game, so you actually have to spend a lot of time if you're actually trying to complete it. And the more time you spent in it, they literally feel like your family more and more. Like like you boot up your PC, you start the game, you see that you're in your camp, all your all the crew members are there, like doing their own thing, and they make it so realistic as well. Like the characters like comment on what you're doing, if you're like if changes based on your appearance. Like it's so meticulous and so intricate with details. It literally feels like they're living human beings. Like, and I feel like that's also another very good reason why you feel attached to the characters. Like you boot up the game, you haven't shaved for a while, and one of the characters is like, what the hell, like, Arthur, you haven't shaved, like, something like that. And you maybe, like, you were doing like a mission, you fell in the mud and you're all muddy, you come back to the camp and someone comments like, what the hell, go and take a bath. It's just like that. And I got too attached to them by the end of it. And oh my god, it was such an experience. I'll never forget Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm so glad that they brought this to PC, because it just came out in, I think, PS3 or was it PS4 in the very beginning. I was like, why is it not in PC? And then finally they released on PC, and I'm like, oh my god, thank you. And yeah, after playing it, I'm like, thank god they ported this to PC. Otherwise, I probably would never be able to play it. So yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is that one game for me. I'll never forget, and especially because I spent so much time on it that I literally got attached to the characters. Anyways, so yeah, that was that. Next we have Nier Replicant. I haven't played Nier Replicant. I've played Nier Automata. I'm assuming Nier Replicant is as good as Nier Automata. If it is, then obviously it deserves a spot here, 100%. I have plans on playing it. I will play it. I'm just waiting for another sale. Steam sale, when it's going to go drop. Like the price is going to go drop down. It's too expensive otherwise. So yeah, then I'm going to like buy it and play it. So there you go. I cannot even say anything about it now though, because I haven't played it. Wait, what is this? Drakengard. I have no idea what is this game. Drakengard? I have heard it though. I've heard the name though. Excuse me. Let me check. Drakengard. Wait, what? What is this? Oh, is it? Oh, it's connected to Nier. Interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, like, okay, I'll keep this on my radar then. I might play it. Oh my god. Oh, it's on PS3. God damn it. Yeah. PS3. Oh lord. So this is why I haven't played it, because I couldn't. There's no. Oh god. Oh lord. Well, there goes my expectation. I was like, oh, whoa, I haven't heard of this. I'll play this. And then, oh, bam, PS3. Great, fantastic. Right. Okay, there you go. I cannot say anything about it. All right. Walking Dead Telltale series. Yeah, 100% agree with it. I grew up with this game. Like I when I was a kid, Clementine was a kid, and finally when in the final section with everything that happened, like I grew up with Clementine. I'm too attached to this game as well. I waited for every single, like, if you guys know who have played it. Oh my god, my nose is itching. If you guys know, when this came out, it was like in the episode format. So I think you had to, like, it came out, you had to wait like 2 months or something. Episode 2 comes out, and I was too impatient, so I waited for all the 5 episodes to come out. So it was a very long wait, like 1 year or something. We have to wait, and then season 1 ended, and then after a few months, like 6 or 7 months, season 2 comes out with episode format. Again, you'll have to wait. So like that, I played the game. Immediately when it came out, I played it at that time. So it was a gradual experience. That's why I'm saying I grew up with Clementine. It took a long amount of time, and Walking Dead is probably my introduction to dialogue-based games, and I absolutely fell in love with this style of storytelling and this style of game. So Walking Dead, definitely 100% agree with it. Telltale series Walking Dead, obviously. Okay, next is Cyberpunk. Yeah, I can agree with Cyberpunk being here. People might complain about the, like the bugs and stuff, and it's all been patched up by now. Like there's no, there are bugs here and there. I'm assuming, still, but it's not as it was in the very first time it released. But and people might like say bad things about it because of that, but you cannot deny the story is absolutely fantastic. It is what I expected from CD Projekt Red to bring out. After Witcher, after the amazing storytelling of Witcher, this is what I expect. This is what I expect in a story made by CD Projekt Red, and they delivered it. And yeah, but however, I did, like I said at the beginning, it was a bit chonky. The whole situation was a bit clunky. There's like just, and I remember my PC almost burned down because I remember playing Cyberpunk when it came out, and suddenly I was like, what the hell? Like something burning. I actually see my my power supply is like sparking, and I shut down my computer then, and I didn't play it after that. After a long time later, when all the patches have came out, bugs and everything has got gone down, then I booted it up again and I played. And this time it was fine. It was all calm, no problem. Whatever was happening, I don't know what happened, but I got so scared then. And yeah, but anyways, but yeah, like just it's a fantastic story. I can agree with Cyberpunk. God of War, I've played God of War. The PC one that came out. I haven't played the previous ones. The previous I think like PS2, PS3 ones. Like those ones I haven't played. But the latest one, when we have Kratos, and oh my god, I forgot the kid's name. God damn it, I forgot his name. Kratos, and like he like goes on a journey to like like their mother's ashes. That whole thing. That one I play. The latest one, Ragnarok, it's still not on PC, so I cannot play it obviously. But yeah, I like the game in itself, but I'm assuming you wrote here entire series, so I can see that you probably have a bigger and deeper connection to it. Unlike me, who just played the PC version of the latest one. So yeah, I can see God of War being here because I've played the game that I myself played was very good. The story was very good. I really enjoyed the game and the story as well. So I can see God of War being here. Zelda, I haven't played Zelda. I don't think I've played any of the Zeldas because I don't think there is any Zelda on PC. Is there? I don't think there is. Most of them are like in Switch or PS3 and stuff. So yeah, screw us PC players, I guess. There you go. But I've heard a lot of good things about Zelda. Obviously, I've heard a lot of things. It's like a proper, like like a story. And from what I've heard from people, I'm assuming like it's absolutely fantastic. So I can see Zelda being here as well, even though I myself haven't played it. Then we have GTA San Andreas. 100% agree with GTA San Andreas. Oh my god. Because yeah, again, GTA San Andreas was my childhood. I remember going to school, coming back, playing GTA San Andreas. Like doing my other stuff, going back to school next day, coming back, playing GTA San Andreas for like 1 year. I replayed GTA San Andreas, I think 3 to 4 times. And people who have played know how big GTA San Andreas is. I replayed it 2 to 3 times. It's absolutely insane. I had literally nothing else to do. All I did was play GTA San Andreas and Vice City now and then. So I can 100% agree with GTA San Andreas being here. Absolutely fantastic game. Like most of the GTA games are just, like all of the GTA games are really good. So yeah. So there you go. It's a very solid list. I do have a few things that I wouldn't really put it in my list, but overall it's a very balanced list. And yeah. So the thing is, where should I put you? Let me check first. Let me check the ranking first. Okay, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hmm. Okay, okay. Let me see. Oh god, this is a bit tricky because Hmm. Oh my god, I feel like, yeah, it's a bit tricky. You know what? I need to completely change the ranking. I feel like here and there I need to make a few changes. Wait a minute. Let me check another thing. Oh. Yeah, I will have to change a few things here and there. For now, I'm going to put you above Hikaru because Hikaru has more stuff that I agree with, but then again, the quality of like, and there's a few things here that I absolutely adore, and you also put. For example, like I said, Red Dead Redemption, Gintama, Walking Dead, like Mahoyo. All these are just so close to my heart, and it's because of that again Hikaru dropped down. Like Hikaru's, like I said, Hikaru's list is basically like quantity, and everyone's like like going above him because of the quality of the shows that I personally agree with. So I'm going to put you above Hikaru, but it's going to change. I feel like the ranking won't stay like this. I'm going to go through all the submissions and then I'm going to change the rankings again. Okay. Next is this is Sakei, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Okay. So let me read this text first. Anime ReZero, 86, Parasite, Vinland Saga. Okay. Oregairu, Silent Voice, Steins Gate, Attack on Titan, Hunter x Hunter, Mushoku Tensei. Wow. Gacha Games, Blue Archive, FGO, Arc Knights, Honkai Impact 3rd. Okay. Visual novels, Fate Stay Night, Tsukihime, Video Games GTA San Andreas, Near Automata, Pokemon Platinum, Metro Exodus, wow, Red Dead Redemption, Evil Within, Sekiro, Last of Us, Horizon Dawn Zero. This is a solid ass list. What the hell? I don't think I disagree with anything here. Except I guess Pokemon. I haven't watched Pokemon, played Pokemon. Um, yeah, except a few things here and there. Okay, you know what? Let's start. ReZero, I've said this before. I 100% agree with ReZero being here because it's definitely like, what can I say? It's just, yeah, it's really good, and I've heard lots of good things about the light novel and all that. So I can 100% agree with ReZero being here. I personally enjoyed myself, and I can't wait for the upcoming season. So agree with ReZero. 86. I personally wouldn't put it because I myself haven't really watched or read it completely. But I have heard a lot of people saying a lot of good things about it. So okay, I can assume, like literally the previous, Ken's list in it had 86 as well. So wait, did you put it in anime? Oh, anime. Okay, okay. So I guess Ken was light novel, your anime. Okay. So yeah, I can see 86 being here. Uh, and I probably would have it would have been higher on my list if I've actually watched it. I will watch it later, but yeah. Okay, that's it. Parasite. Yeah, I can agree. I wouldn't really put Parasite on my list though, but I can see a lot of people have this on top of their list. But I personally wouldn't put it on my list. It was a good show though. I liked it, but yeah. Then we have Vinland Saga. What? I don't think I need to say anything for this. I'm sure everyone knows how much I love Vinland Saga, and yes, it is definitely here. Deserves to be on the top list. Then we have Oregairu. Again, I've talked about Oregairu a lot. I absolutely love their characters. Oregairu is a different type of a slice of life show. It has a lot of like things going on which a lot of people might not connect to or relate to, or understand properly. But if you go down to the deep core of this show, it is a masterpiece. And yeah, definitely agree with Oregairu being here. Then we have the Silent Voice. Now, here's the thing. I've seen a lot of people say really good things about Your Name and Silent Voice. I personally have watched both of them, and a lot of people kind of go towards Your Name. If you have to rank these two, I would go towards the Silent Voice. I love both the shows, both the movies. However, I personally go towards the Silent Voice. And yeah, I can agree with, even though it's not on my list, I can agree with Silent Voice being here. Then we have Steins Gate. Again, 100% agree. I think you've put it under anime, or is it? Yeah, and where is it? Here we go. But I've said this myself, anime did a great job to adapt it, even though I played the novel, and the novel is way better than the anime. Yeah, the anime still did a fantastic job, and I can agree with Steins Gate being at the top of Summer. I personally agree with it. Attack on Titan, again, I wouldn't really put it on my list, but it is one of those shows, that is so good. So I can see other people have this on my list, and I can agree with that. Personally, it's not on my top list, but I can agree with Attack on Titan being here. So yeah, okay. Hunter x Hunter, definitely agree. Hunter x Hunter deserves to be here. It is definitely like a really good show, one of those shows. And yeah, it is a very interesting, it is. I think that people categorize this as shonen, but it is not like the shonen shows that we see. It is quite different. It is very interesting. It has a lot of things, and this is what I like in shonen shows. Like I said, there's a very few things that need to be like the few checkpoints and check boxes that needs to be ticked if it needs to be on my list, especially shonen shows. And I feel like Hunter x Hunter does that perfectly, along with a few other shonen shows that is there, that I personally love. So Hunter x Hunter is one of them. Yeah, I can agree Hunter x Hunter being here. Mushoku Tensei, definitely agree with Mushoku Tensei. And people might misunderstand this show, say a lot of things and everything, but at the end of the day, this ain't a show about some kind of superhero paragon of justice saving people and saving the world. It is a story about a loser, reject in real life, who came to a real world, to the fantasy world, and who decides to change his life. Obviously, he's not some kind of isekai protagonist who's going to come. I guess he is an isekai protagonist, but still, like the typical ones, who just comes to a new world and suddenly a switch gets flipped and he becomes some kind of alpha omega, whatever the hell you call those people. Nah, he's not one of them. And that's quite realistic. He's a loser, a social reject, who has a lot of things that has happened in his past life. So even in this real world, he falls down, messes up, but he gets up and decides to go forward and try to improve on his mistakes. That is what I love about him. So all the people complaining about this and that, oh, Rudy did this, Rudy did that, shut the hell up. That's literally his character. If you want a show where every single, where the character is like some kind of social, like hero, paragon of justice, whatever the hell, go watch shonen shows. That's for you. This ain't for you. This is something that is, that is that the main character isn't a superhero or something. It is realistic in that sense. So complaining about the actual person's character who is made like this in the show because the show is trying to do make a character like him and improve him, complaining about that here is absolutely idiotic. So just shut it. If it ain't for you, go watch something else. It's absolutely baffling to see how people I feel like people nowadays want to show where the characters are just like some kind of a some kind of a some kind of a saint or something. For the love of God, the character is like this. That is what the character is. That's how the author made him. Obviously, he's going to do stupid crap like what he does. So anyway, I feel like I'm getting a bit too heated in this, but it just baffles me to see people being this I don't know what to call it, this tunnel vision and just don't understand the whole point. People complaining about this show. I'm like, good job. You forgot you don't understand the whole point of the show. That is exactly the whole point. He's not a good type of person. He's done a lot of things that is not good, and that he should improve. He makes a lot of stupid mistakes. That's literally the point. Oh my god. Anyways, whatever. I don't know. I was talking about why this show is good, and I just went on a rant. Whatever. It's just I can 100% agree. Mushoku Tensei being here. Okay. Right. Then we have Blue Archive. Okay. So I personally am playing the game myself. But I've said this before. I've heard a lot of people say, not a lot of people, but every single people who has talked about Blue Archive and the story, everyone has praised it, which is kind of a little bit odd because I usually find a few people say that, oh, it's not that good for other games and other, like, story, whatever medium. I feel like Blue Archive is the only exception where every single person who I've talked to about has said good things, who have played the game, obviously, has said good things about it. So I'm assuming it is something, but it still wouldn't be on my list because I've barely started it. So yeah, but I can see a lot of people in this list, in this, like, whole thing, has Blue Archive on their list. So yeah, there you go. Then we have Fate Grand Order. I just talked about Fate Grand Order in the previous submission. Yeah, it has its good times. It had its boring parts, like really good parts and everything. But all in all, I'm 100. Like, I can say this with chest that this definitely deserves to be here, because it's just, I don't know what to say. I think it'll be doing disservice to this to not mention it, when, like, most of us have been playing this, and there has been really good parts. Like, who would play a game for how many years, like 5 6 years, if you didn't enjoy it? I've played a lot of gacha games and dropped it. Like, I'm that one of those guys who, when a new gacha game starts, played for 3 or 4 days, not entertained by it, don't like it, drop it, or due to time constraints, drop it. FGO has been that exception. I played it from the almost from the very beginning in NA, and I'm still continuing, and I'm sure I'll continue from here onwards as well. There's no doubt about it. I'm never going to give up FGO. Next is this Arknights? I think this is Arknights, isn't it? Yeah. So Arknights, I think I mentioned it before. I did play the game a little bit, but Arknights is a bit, like, time consuming, if you know what I'm trying to say. Like, you have to, like, properly strategize and everything, use the characters. And not only that, like, the story is also, like, like a good chunk of story it has. And since I want to read the story and, like, play the game as well, it was actually taking a long amount of my time. And I didn't have that amount of time to invest in it. I got some really good characters, I remember, in Arknights. Like, I think, like, a 6-star character, that one girl I got, who uses, like, dragons and stuff, who, like, puts in dragons. I don't know, I've forgotten her name. When she came out, I remember getting her. Like, this one girl, a 6-star operator, I think. She puts, like, dragons and confuse dragons. Like, you confuse, like, 3 dragons on top of it, and it acts as like a thing that attacks the enemies. She was absolutely a beast. I was so happy when I got her and everything. And I've got a few other, like, 6-star characters as well, I remember. So I was actually in a really good position, but I couldn't continue playing it. I had to drop it because, again, time. I did watch the anime though. I really liked the anime. The first season was quite good. The second season I loved even more than the first season, because it brings in a few things that I was like, wow, this is amazing. It's quite depressing though, the whole tone of the game. But I can definitely see Arknights being here in this list for a lot of people. I personally don't really know much about the story, like I said, but I can agree with this being here because the little amount I've experienced is really good. And then we have Honkai Impact 3. Yeah, 100%. I have Honkai Impact 3 in my list as well. Honkai is a story. I would say story because the gameplay is good and all that. The characters are good and all that. But I stayed in Honkai Impact mainly because of the story and the main 3, Kiana, Bronya, and Mei. Like, Honkai Impact is a fantastic show. Why did I call it a show? Game. It is. I don't know. I just got too attached to the characters again. Like there's, like I said, there's a few like games and stuff that I get too attached to the characters, and I just played for them. It's Kiana, Bronya, and Mei, especially Kiana, and like I just I love the game, and it was just there, and just what can I say? Like, I played it when it was like like it was ongoing. So when new chapters came out, I played it, waited. New chapters came out, played it, waited. Kind of like that. And like that, little by little, we come to the finale of Honkai Impact 3rd. Where Kiana, and she goes to the moon. And it's just, what can I say? Like the growth of the characters, especially Kiana. That whole journey was such an experience. I'll never forget this. Like, Kiana is one of my top, most favorite, main characters. And she's there. in the top in my list as well. That's how much I got attached to her, and I just like I absolutely adored her. And I feel like a lot of people, like, because Kiana's like the character who just, like, I don't know what to say, like, she just like drags in character and, like, like kind of attracts people. And she's the one who just, like, I don't know, like, a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people say similar things like me. They absolutely adore Kiana, and I feel like it's probably because of the fact that we started and played the game from when she was literally like a nobody. And from there, like, the whole journey is just such an experience. And I feel like that's why, like, most of the people got too attached to her as a character, and the other characters as well. Like, I like May and Bronya as well, but Kiana has like a special place in my heart, and I'll never forget her as a character. She's just, and I feel like any game, like, be it Honkai Star Rail and all that, whenever they'll bring any type of character related to Honkai Impact, I'll always jump in on it. For example, we got Akron in Honkai Star Rail. I immediately jumped in on it. And if Kiana or some Kiana lookalike comes in Honkai Star Rail, I'll probably go crazy. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, or when it's going to happen, if it happens. So, anyways, but yeah. Okay, yeah, so there you go. Honkai Impact, definitely agree. We have Fate Stay Night. Yeah, 100% agree with Fate Stay Night as well. Absolutely fantastic. I played it quite a while ago, a lot of time ago. I don't really remember much about it, but we're getting a remake, and I'm really looking forward to it. Don't know when that will happen though. Probably 1 or 2 years later. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm going to reread Fate again in the remake, and it's just, I'm looking forward to it. I can see Fate. Like, I didn't have it on my list though, because I didn't have any space to put it. But yeah, definitely agree with Fate. Fate Stay Night. Next best. God damn it. Wait a minute. Tsukihime. This is not Tsukihime remake. This is Tsukihime, which I myself played, but I don't remember anything. Like I said, it's been so long. But yeah, I can see Tsukihime being here. It's a really solid, like, novel. It's absolutely fantastic. I agree with this here as well. San Andreas, again, I literally talked about it in the previous submission, Kent's submission. San Andreas was my childhood, a big part of my childhood. I literally played it every day and replayed it like 3 to 4 times. It has a really good story as well. Like, I like the story myself, and yeah, it's oh, and the whole plot twist in the end. Oh, I'm not going to say anything in case, I feel like everyone's played San Andreas who want to play it at least by now. But that little plot twist in the end was, at that point as well, I was literally like, like a I wouldn't call myself a kid, but like a young, like a kid, like teenager kind of, at that point of time. And when I used to go to school and all that, at that point of time, at least that plot twist was like something like mind blowing. I was like, oh my god, what the hell? I didn't expect this at that point of time. So it's a fond experience for me. So yeah, 100% agree. Nier Automata, again, 100% agree. Nier Automata is there on my list as well. One of those games, story-driven grace, that I absolutely love and adore. Then we have Pokemon. I haven't played Pokemon, so yeah. Wait, where is this Platinum? Yeah, okay. I cannot say anything about it. Metro Exodus. Okay, this is one, like, story, game that I don't really see in many people mentioning it. The Metro series is absolutely goated. Not only the story, but the whole like gameplay and everything as well. And as far as I know, Metro is like, the original source material is a book, and this is like the video game kind of. It's basically like, like a post-apocalyptic kind of, like, like a story in the game. And there's 3 parts to it. Metro, I think, then Metro Redux, and then Metro Exodus. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while I've played it. And Metro, the second part, and first part was really good as well. Second part, the graphics and everything was so good. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And the third part, that is Metro Exodus, they even increased it even more. And I was mind blown to seeing the amount of details the game put into it. It actually feels like post-apocalyptic place, and like, it's like snowing. And there's like so many features in the game. You have to literally like so many realistic things with the guns and everything. They look absolutely realistic. There's like, you have to put on like a mask because of the post-apocalyptic nature on it. put on a mask. Sometimes, when you get splashed with like blood or stuff, your mask gets bloody and everything, and you have to like wipe it. Like so many things. It's like it felt so realistic and absolutely amazing. And it has that charm to it, like that post-apocalyptic charm that I don't really feel for on a lot of post-apocalyptic games. There's a lot of post-apocalyptic games here and there, but this had that charm to it, like broken down buildings, like destroyed stuff, like you're literally living in the metro underneath, and then you get up, put on your mask, go and fight aliens and weird monsters, and like and you use like bullets as like a currency. You like exchange bullets as currencies, like that kind of thing. And it's just like the dirty environment, like everywhere there's like pollution. You're like waddling through swamp water filled with pollution, and while it's raining and you're wiping your mask, and it's an experience. Basically, it's just an experience, like absolutely fantastic experience. I cannot, like I love this. So it's, yeah, definitely I agree with it. Right. Okay. Next is Red Dead Redemption. I haven't played Red Dead Redemption because it's not on PC. Like I said, I don't have consoles. I've always wanted to play this, but I couldn't because of that reason. Red Dead Redemption 2 came in PC. I'm glad it came on PC because it's it's my top game, and I'm assuming Red Dead Redemption is probably something similar to that. So I can see, even though I haven't played it, I can agree with Red Dead Redemption being here because of how much I love Red Dead Redemption 2. Right. And then we have the Evil Within. I remember playing Evil Within. It's like a horror type of game as far as I can remember. It's been a while I've played it, so I don't really remember everything. But I do remember it had a story, and it was quite a good story. Like I really liked it. It reminded me of obviously like the Resident Evil series. I'm talking about the games. Like that type of experience it had, and the story. I think so, yeah. So it's been a long time. I cannot really remember much about it though. But yeah, I can see Evil Within being here. Sekiro, I talked about this in the other list as well. Sekiro is good, I think, because I personally haven't played it. It's like, like I'm guessing it's like Dark Souls, kind of like that, the difficulty level and everything. So I cannot really say anything about the story, but I can see a lot of people love it, and so that's why I'm guessing it's a good story and like good thing as well. And I won't comment on it because I haven't played it or anything. Last of Us. Okay, The Last of Us is, I still haven't played it. It has come out on PC, like I guess, but I don't know. Like this is the weird thing about this. I purchased it, and at a time of release, I don't know if it's still that case. It has heavily like negative rating or like mixed rating. People didn't like it. Obviously, it was so. But Last of Us, I've always wanted to play it, and it was never on like PC. So when it came out, I decided to play it. But it just, I don't know what to say. It didn't work for me. I don't know what happened. A lot of other games worked for me, but it was extremely laggy, choppy, and all that. So I just, yeah, it never worked for me. I don't know if it has gotten better or not, but I've always wanted to play this, so I was so disappointed to see that I couldn't play it. But I do want to experience the story because I know a lot of people have said, like from a lot of people, I've heard a lot of good things about it. But yeah, maybe it's better now because I guess the same thing happened with Cyberpunk as well. When it when it came out on PC, it was like weird, but now it's fine. Everything's calm. So maybe that happened. I might try it out again later if it works. But I don't know. Like so many like other high-end PC games work for me, but Last of Us never worked. I don't know why. It's probably some kind of optimization issues or something. Whatever. But yeah, I can see Last of Us being here. Even I myself, I haven't played it, but I've heard all but praises about this. So there you go. Next is Horizon Dawn Zero. Yeah, I've played it myself. It's really good. The story, it has also really good story. I wouldn't really put it on my top list though, but it's really good. The newest one came out for what was it called? Horizon Dawn Zero, Forbidden something. I've forgotten, something like that. Which I do plan on playing it later, not now. But yeah, and it's been a while I've played Horizon Dawn Zero as well, so I might need to replay it as I've forgotten a lot of things. But I do remember it has a really good story. I won't really put it on my top list though, but I can see it being there in a lot of people's list. Okay, there you go. This was the list. Now, this is actually a really good list. I'll have to wait a minute. Let me count first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ah, damn, so many good ones. Wait. Just a minute. Nine, 10. It's a tricky one. Wait a minute. What I'm actually getting a little bit stuck on is the fact that like both you and Xenon has some really good shows. However, Xenon has my top show in his list, which is Monogatari. However, you also have a few which are in my top. Xenon doesn't have Vinland Saga, I think. Does he? No, but he does have Sangatsu no Lion. So it's very tricky. Oh my god, I don't know what to do here. So wait, Sangatsu no Lion and Monogatari for Xenon. For you, wait a minute. Does he have Oregairu in his list? Oregairu, let me check. ReZero. No, I don't see it. Or am I just blind? Wait a minute. No, I don't see it. It's not there. Okay, so you have Oregairu Vinland Saga. There's no Monogatari here though. But you do have Honkai. Shokutensei. Yep, you have toppled him. You're at the top. Sakei is at the top. Sakei, then Xenon. There you go. Absolutely amazing list. Fantastic. It was tough though. Like I said, Xenon had Monogatari in his list and Sangatsu, while you had Vinland Saga and Honkai Impact, you know, and obviously Oregairu is there as well, a few others. So at the end, you were able to go a little bit above him. Teensy bit, a little bit. Okay. Alright, that was that. Now the final person, Sanjog. Let me read the text first. Anime Code Geass, Steins Gate, Noragami Season 3. When? You Lie in April, Parasite, Monster. Okay, Fullmetal Alchemist, Brotherhood, Silent Voice, Konosuba, Free Run, Hellsing Ultimate, Doraemon, gotta add something from childhood. Yeah, I agree with it. Light novel, Mushoku Tensei, visual novel, Steins Gate, Tsukihime. Wait. Oh, Fate Stay Night, Tsukihime, webtoon / manga, DBZ, One Punch Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, Tokyo Ghoul, and Ordinary. Okay. Games, Fate Grand Order, Honkai Star Rail, Genshin, Wooden Waves, Shadow Fight 2. Okay. Pokemon, favorite platinum. Excuse me. Alright, let's start. Code Geass, no clue. I haven't still watched it. I do plan on watching it later. I've said this before. I think I might react to it in the future. Not now though. I don't have enough time. Okay. So then we have Steins Gate. Wait, you put it in anime? No, visual novel. Nice. You know, extra points for that. Yeah. Okay. I agree with. Wait, just a minute. Oh my god, you put in. You know what? Yeah, sure. Why not? But you've played the novel as well, so there you go. Right. So yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah, I can 100% agree with it. It's one of my top, like, played visual novels slash watched animes. So, absolutely great. Great show. I've talked about it a lot from on the other. I don't think I have to mention anything else here. But yeah, this is one of those novels that made me like visual novels. There's a few other novels as well that made me like visual novels. This is one of them. So yeah. And then we have Naragami, and I'm guessing you've read the manga already. Otherwise, or did you? I'm not really sure. You're saying season three when, but I've heard a lot of people, like, like, who've read the manga really praise it. I did watch the anime, both the seasons. Uh, for me, it wouldn't be on my top list. It was okay for me. I liked, like, I liked a few things here and there, and but it wouldn't be there on my top list. But I can see a lot of people love this show. So yeah, I can see. But I personally wouldn't put it on my list. Then we have Parasite. Yeah, again, like, I've seen it, I've watched it. It's really good. I can see it being in the top list. It's a full, like, show. Like, it has actually is completed. That also again brings in a lot of, I don't know, makes a lot of people love it even more, because I've seen a lot of people have a newfound appreciation for, like, like shows or animes which have actually ended, because they have the full picture in front of them, so they can appreciate it more. It's one of them, like, so yeah, I can see Parasite being here. Then we have Your Lie in April. Oh yeah, definitely, I can see this being in the top list. Personally, I wouldn't really put it on my top list. It's really good though, but like, same type of story, like, emotional story. I have a few others that I would probably rank higher than Your Lie in April. But Your Lie in April is still amazing, fantastic. I know it has, boy, it's depressing as well. By the end of it, it's just, and yeah, but I can see it being here, So there you go. Next is Monster. I still haven't watched Monster. I will watch it later, but all I've heard is but praises for this show. So even though I myself haven't watched it, I can agree with this being here, because I feel like, from what I've heard from people, I could understand that it's a really good show. Like, like you get that vibe sometimes. I realize that, yeah, this is like one of those shows. So yeah, I can agree with this being here. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, yeah, definitely. It's not on my list though, but like, I can agree with this being here, because Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, it was just fantastic. I started it a bit late, the anime, but after completing it, I was mind blown. And I can see why it has always in my anime list is at the top. I think it's not at the top anymore. It's some other show at top. But it's still, it has actually hold. You know what? Let me just check. It has hold on like a consecutive years. Top spot for so many years. So it's kind of mind blowing. So yeah, it's still like the one of the, like, top 5 shows, I think. Let me check top anime. Yeah, Freerun is at the top now. Yeah, and then Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Steins Gate as well, I guess. Steins Gate has also hold like a top 3 consecutive, like, years position, like, for a long amount of time. I remember Kaguya-sama coming and just taking the top position for a few months, I think, and then it, like, dropped down again. But Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood was just there forever. Like, from when I remember, it's always been there. And I can understand why it's there. It's a really good show. Then we have Mushoku Tensei anime. I'm thinking, where is it? Code Geass, Steins Gate, Noragami, Align, April Present, Monster Family, Silent Voice, Konosuba, Freedom. Oh no, light novel. Okay. All right. Right. Yeah, light novel. So I can't really say anything about the light novel, but yeah, I've listened to other people's comments on the anime, and but I think, like, the adaptation is quite good. There's a few things obviously they skipped and all that, but the Moen source material being the light novel, I could see why it is higher. Why it can be higher than, because always the light novel always does a better job. But the anime has its plus points as well. The animation, the voice acting, and all that. So overall, it kind of cancels each other out. Like, there's a few things that an anime can provide that you won't be able to get from a light novel. A lot of things that a light novel can provide that you can't get from an anime. And that's why I love visual novels. You know why? Because it has, like, voice acting, and you can kind of see, like, obviously it's not like animated and stuff, but you do see the characters and everything, and you can read it like a novel. It provides like a depth to the characters, and yeah, that's why I really love live visual novels, because it's like the middle ground between an anime and a novel. That's why. But yeah, I can agree with Mushoku. I can definitely agree with Mushoku Tensei. I had it on my list as well. Then we have, wait, this is Fate Stay Night. Okay. Fate Stay Night. Yeah. Again, agree, 100% agree. Well, like, the visual novel Fate Stay Night, like one of my favorites, and yeah, I can see it being here, and I haven't put it on my list because I didn't have enough spot, but there you go. Then we have Tsukihime Remake. Yeah, again, I haven't played it myself, but I can see it being here from my personal experience back when I played Tsukihime. And obviously this new remake has added a lot of new stuff as well, so I'm guessing it's even, I guess I couldn't really say it like that. I was going to say it's even better than the original, but no, you cannot really say that, because originals always have that charm. So in that sense, it's definitely like made its own spot at the top, alongside the original Tsukihime. So yeah, I can definitely agree with this. Mahoyo, again, I've been all but singing praises of this visual novel. 100% agree. Like it's one of those, like one of my most beloved visual novels that I've played. Then we have, what is this? Dragon Ball. What Dragon Ball is this? Let me check. Oh, manga Dragon Ball. Okay. Z, Dragon Ball Z. I have watched Dragon Ball Z. I haven't read the manga though. I haven't watched it completely, but I've watched a little bit of it from the Frieza part to the end. Yeah, it was quite good. I really liked it. But I never really watched the whole thing. And but manga, I have no idea. So this, just because this is Dragon Ball, even though I haven't watched it, I can say, like, yeah, it definitely deserves to be here. Dragon Ball is one of those shows, like one of those anime slash mangas. It's the childhood of a lot of people, especially in people here in India, I guess you could say. We had a few shows that we all grew up with, like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto. What else? Then we have like Pokemon. We have we had what else was there? The other shows, like like Shinchan, Doraemon, like the other, like shows that used to come out. All these, like from, yeah, we all grew up with all of these stuff. So yeah, definitely. Then we have, is this One Punch Man? I think so. Yeah, manga. Right. Yeah, I haven't read the manga, or like watched the. I've watched the up until the anime. I haven't read the manga, but I do know the manga is goated. Obviously, because the author is I think his name is One, isn't it? Yeah. He tells great stories. That's number one. Number two, the manga's like artist is Murata, as far as I know, and oh my god, his drawings are amazing, god tier drawing. Like manga illustrations that he does. Oh boy! So overall, I feel like the manga just slaps. It's fantastic. Even though I haven't read it, I have seen like like the stuff and everything. But I can say it slaps. So 100% agree. Then we have Jujutsu Kaisen, again, not on my list personally, but I can see a lot of people love this. Personally, I'm I'm kind of neutral on Jujutsu Kaisen, so I personally wouldn't put it. There you go. Tokyo Ghoul, is this the manga? Yeah, I was thinking, because people hate Tokyo Ghoul the anime. At least people who've read the manga absolutely hate it, and obviously I can see why, because as far as I know, the sequel, I think Route A or whatever it's called, I think they went on a completely anime only direction, and completely a lot of people didn't like it. And even like the first season, I've heard a lot of people say it has pacing issues and stuff. And then we have the sequel, like people are not happy with Tokyo Ghoul the anime, but they love the manga. I personally haven't read the manga or anything. I think I did read the manga a little bit, the first part I kind of read it, and I could see like so many glaring flaws in the anime when I read it. I don't really remember much, but yeah, I can see it being here, especially because it's the manga. I personally wouldn't really put it on my list. I feel like even if I had read Tokyo Ghoul, I wouldn't put it on my list because it's not like my type of show or like story. I can see a lot of people. It's appealed to a lot of other people, but in my like list, it wouldn't even be there even if I've read it. I think like even though I haven't read it, I can guaranteedly say that because it's not really my type of manga, that type of. But I can see a lot of other people have it, so there you go. Then we have, what is this? Wait, what is this? Unordinary. Okay, what is this? Is this like a webtoon? I think unordinary. Okay, let me check. It is a webtoon. What is this? Oh, I have read this. I remember reading it. I couldn't really recognize it for a moment. Uh, Story of a man with a powerful ability born in a world of cripples. The man only uses his powers for others, helping the weak, saving lives, spreading wealth. He ultimately dies, but no one was sad because he brought charity. Wait, is this a correct one? Oh, wait a minute, let me check. No, I was reading it. Yeah, it's the correct one. This is one. I read this. I think I remember reading it. Yeah, it was quite good. As far as my memory goes, it was quite good. I wouldn't really put it on my top list because this is the thing. Um, oh God, I cannot find. Okay, here we go. Nobody paid much attention to John, just a normal teenager at high school. Just a minute. Uh, where the social elite happen to possess unthinkable powers and abilities, but John's got a secret path that threatens to bring down school's full social order and much more. Fulfilling his destiny won't be easy, though, because there are battles, frenemies, and deadly conspiracies all around the corner. As far as I can remember, I did read it up until like a certain part, and I really enjoyed it. But then again, I feel like it, at least in my head, it got repetitive. Like this is one thing I always have a problem with a lot of other webtoons, manhwas, and stuff. It just starts dragging it so much. It's very entertaining at the beginning, but then it drags the whole thing so much. It gets I cannot keep reading it. So there's a very few webtoons, manhwas that I actually have read and enjoyed. And a lot of the other webtoons, manhwas go in the whole power fantasy route, which I absolutely hate from the bottom of my heart. It's just so shallow with the whole like, oh, fight, get strong, fight, get strong, fight, get strong, fight, get strong. Just keep doing the whole ass thing over and over and over again. I just hate that. That's why I never really read, because most of the manhwas and the like are like that. But there are exceptions though. There's a few exceptions that I absolutely love. Like there's a few manhwas. For example, I think, what is his name? I forgot his name. There's a certain author. Is his name like Kim Carnby or something like that? Let me check. Who made Sweet Home, Bastard, these ones. Big Pen, I think. Yeah, Kim Carnby, isn't it? Like every single like manhwa that he wrote, I've read it all. Bastard is my personal favorite. Sweet Home was okay, but it was fine. It was okay. Shotgun Boy was amazing. Big Pen is absolutely fantastic. I rate it alongside Bastard. Big Pen and Bastard are my extremely favorite. Flawed Almighty is really good as well. It's still ongoing, I think. Flawed Almighty. Like all of them I've read, every single one of them. This is the only author that I absolutely love. And there's a few others as well. For example, I think Horizon was also there that I read, which was also quite good. A few others. Tower of God, I personally love it myself because it feels a lot. I don't know, like my style. Tower of God. I have Solo Leveling is also good. I don't rate it as high as Tower of God. I know people love Solo Leveling, but I would rate Tower of God. I guess it's a controversial take, but I rate Tower of God higher than Solo Leveling. And then there's a few others that I've watched as well. I think God of High School. I didn't really enjoy God of High School that much. It was okay, but then like I was like, yeah, I'm probably not going to continue watching it in the future. So most of the it just I read it and I kind of drop it. But there's a few ones that I've just stuck with and I really like. This one I also thought was going to be like that, but I remember dropping it. I don't exactly know why. Maybe I got bored with it, or maybe it got repetitive. I'm not 100% sure. But if you put it on your top list, so I'm guessing it's really good. But personally, probably wouldn't put it on my list. Okay, next is Fate Grand Order. Again, yeah, 100% agree. Definitely, just Star Rail, Honkai Star Rail. I feel like Star Rail still hasn't reached that point when I can put it on my top list. It's on its way. If it keeps going in this direction, it'll probably reach my top list. I personally wouldn't put it now on my top list currently. Genshin Impact, I have no idea. I've stopped playing it a long time ago. Up until when I played, the story was quite good, but I couldn't really play it because number one, time constraints. Number two, it was just getting repetitive and all that. So I dropped it, but I'm guessing I've heard from other people the story is quite good. I think Fontaine's story came out. People praised Fontaine's story a lot, and like the new area is going to come out as well. I have no idea of what's going on. I played up until Sumeru. That's it. Nahida and all. Nahida, I think that was her name. I did get her. Yeah, the Dendro Archon. I did get Nahida. I got a lot of other characters. And then I and I feel like I got overwhelmed by the sheer amount of places to explore and all that. They like patch after patch they were introducing. A lot of people loved it, but obviously I have other things to do. I don't play Genshin Impact every single hour of the day, so I was getting too overwhelmed by it. So because of all of that, I had to drop it. But I do know a lot of people play it just for the story, but I personally couldn't do it. There's a freaking game in front of you where there's so many places to explore. I couldn't just ignore all of that and play the main story. It as a gamer, I cannot do that. It bothers me. When I'm doing something, I want to do it properly. So I can see a lot of people only play the game, doesn't really do anything else. I cannot be like that. So there you go. Anyways, so yeah, personally, I wouldn't really put it, probably because I haven't really played it that much. It's played up until the mid part of it. Up until Sumeru. Okay, then we have Wuthering Waves. Again, it's good, but I currently I'm not going to put it in any of my list because it's just not time. How many months have had? 4 to 5 months, something like that. I don't think I can put Wuthering Waves on the same list as Tsukihime or Fate or Mahoyo. No, in no way. Then we have Shadow Fight. Okay, isn't this like a mobile game or something? Or am I misunderstanding something? Shadow Fight 2. Oh no, is it like a PC game? Wait a minute, let me check. No, it is a mobile game, isn't it? Okay, first and foremost, I don't think this has a story. Has it? Does it have a story? I have no idea. It's just a game, isn't it? Yeah, it's a very entertaining game. I've seen a few people play it, and in the YouTube videos I've seen, gameplay videos of it. It's entertaining, but I don't think that. Is there any story? Again, I have no idea. No, I probably, even if I've played it, I probably wouldn't have put it in here. Yeah, but then again, like I said, I have no idea. If this has like a story or something, then yeah, I guess, but no. Then we have Pokemon Platinum. Platinum, favorite Platinum. Okay, again, I cannot say anything. Haven't played Pokemon. So there you go. Free Ren, 100% agree with Free Ren. And it does a great job in portraying a character who is lives long. And there's so many things in this story that I don't know, really appeals to me. And I'm glad that this is getting the recognition and the love that it deserves, and I want this to continue. And it's a very good show. It is a show that obviously it has action, it has emotional parts and everything. It's just fun. It's just fun. It's a really nice story. It has a great world building and all that. At least from what I've seen in season 1, it nailed its place. And I can agree with Free. And I haven't put it on my list because again I didn't have enough spot for it. But there you go. Okay, next is Helsing Ultimate. I think I watched it a little bit. I probably don't remember back when it aired. I think was it Helsing Ultimate? Yeah, I think I watched it a little bit. I don't really remember that much, but I it wasn't really for me. I think someone else also had a Helsing Ultimate in their list. I think I mentioned it there. It wasn't really for me, like the whole like vibe and atmosphere. I can see a lot of people love this type of like anime and stuff, but yeah, for me it wasn't really it. Uh, but okay, I wouldn't really put it on my list though. But I can see it being there in a lot of people's top list. Next we have Doraemon. Yeah, okay. You know what? You know what? Yes, I can agree with that. Doraemon has been my childhood. Doraemon and Shinchan, these two, and yeah, I didn't really keep going on with it. Doraemon, I just watched it when I was a kid, and that's it. I do know which like we had like I think as far as I know we had like a very like like ending like movie or something where Nobita and Shizuka got married or something like that as far as I know. So it was like the end, as far as I can assume. Um, but I didn't really continue along with it. I watched it in my childhood, but then I stopped. But it's just like a nice childhood memory for me. So I can see it, being here, and in a lot of people's list. Especially people who are from India, I would say, because this was our childhood. Every one of us. We watched Doraemon, Shinchan. When we were like kids, we used to come back home and watch them. And I guess in that sense, you could say we've been exposed to anime from the very childhood. We just didn't know it was anime. Like, yeah, Doraemon is an anime. I'm 100%, I can 100% say this. It looks like cartoon and all that. It is an anime. Same with Shinchan. Then we have, Pokemon is also an anime. So Pokemon even way before Doraemon we used to do. So we have been with anime from the very beginning, from the very childhood. We just didn't know it. Anyways, so there you go. That was this list. So you have a good list. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 4, 1, 2. Hmm. 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 Right. Oh, this can. Wait a minute. Okay. You have all the three. Does Ken have all of them? Wait a minute. Let me check. Yeah, I guess. Okay. 1, 2. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? I was thinking, could I put you above Ken? I cannot. Ken has a few games, in his list which I personally love so much. You're under Ken, so you are list done. Now I'm going to just like go through the lists and see if there is anything that I would need to change. You know, just in case. Like now I have the whole picture, so I might make a thing here and there. Like change a few things here and there. Okay, I'm going to say the names first. The rankings and all that. So number 1 is Sake, number 2 is Zenon, number 3 is Wenli, number 4 is the Diamond Minus. I think that was his name. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is Attila. Number 6 is Ken. number 7 is Sanjog, number 8 is Hikaru, number 9 is Meluko, number 10 is Fuzen Kazura, number 11 is Marihiro, number 12 is Yuyu, number 13 is Lin, and number 14 is Rutin. Okay, there you go. That is the list. Now, like I said, I will now go through. I'm 100% sure number 1 and 2 are okay. Number 1 and 2 are okay. Like, 1 is Sakei, I can 100% say that. Number 2 is also Zenon, I can 100% say that as well. This list is absolutely fantastic. But Sakei was like, went above and beyond that even. Like I was like, you've probably seen that part. I was kind of like deliberating whether to put Sakei above or Zenon above. In the end, I realized like Sakei should be above. Then I have put Wenli. Now let me see. Do I need to change this? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Yeah, I have to change this. I'm sorry. Wenli will probably go down. Okay. After Wenli, I've put the diamond miners. Where is he? This. Yeah. Okay. This is definitely going above. Right. Because this is the thing. The diamond miners. This person didn't know that like non-anime shows weren't there, so he didn't really put them in there. They were empty, and they commented and even like messaged in Discord and gave a few other names which would have been replacing these like empty spots, and all of them were good. I feel like if the diamond miners actually put all of these, like filled up all of these, he probably would have been second, or probably not first, but second or third. I guess he is third because I'm going to promote him now, but he probably would have been second, maybe first as well. The other shows that he said here were absolutely good. I remember him saying like Bacano and a few others, which was like, I was like, wow, that is some really good shows, And so yeah, you're going to be number 3. So Wenli dropped down 1 spot for now. I think Wenli will probably go down a little bit more. I'm sorry, but there's so many others. Like this is the thing. I need to check this once again because now I have a full picture. I can properly like see everything and understand. And then I had put, so Wenli for now is number 4. Let me see Attila. Should I like promote Attila as well, comparing to Wenli? Okay, wait a minute. 1, 2. Let me just count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. 7 or 8, something like that. 8. Yeah, okay. Attila. Oh yeah. Oh god. Attila's going up. I'm sorry. Attila has so many ones that I absolutely adore. Then we have Ken. Let me see. Ken. Where is Ken? I'm so sorry, Wenli. Oh god. You're going down and down. I feel like Ken is going to go up as well. Where is he? Oh my god. Yeah. Red Dead Redemption 2, Walking Dead, Cyberpunk, FGO, Konosuba, Gintama. Oh no. Tsukihime, Mahoyo. Yeah, oh god. Again, goes up. Sanjog is probably going to go up as well. Oh my god, yeah. Like, how I'm judging all of this? Is just that as soon as I'm seeing something here, for example, when I look at Wenli's list, there's a few ones that strikes me in my, like I immediately my attention goes there, which is Frieren, Sangatsu, Oregairu. What else? GTA 4, GTA 5. My eyes immediately go there. So there's like 5 shows here that my eyes immediately goes to, 5 or 6. While when I do the same for the others, like for example, now who am I like saying? Ken. No, I already did that. Ken. Sanjog. Sanjog, for example, my eyes goes to as a few. Steins Gate, number one. Mushoku Tensei, Fate, Tsukihime, Mahoyo. Already it's 5. And then we have FGO. Yeah, there you go. I guess. Oh, Freeren. So as you can see, it's like 6 or 7. So Wenli was like 5, I think. So Wenli's going to go down again. Hikaru. Okay, let's see Hikaru. Wait, this is Ken. What am I doing? Oh my god. My head. Um, 2. You know what? I think this is the first time. No, wait a minute. Oh, just a minute. Let me go. One, two, three, four. Wait a minute? Does Hikaru have any of the? Oh my god. Okay, Hikaru's going to go down as well, unfortunately. Meluko's going up. After Sanjog, we have Meluko. Then I'm going to put Hikaru. Then Wenli. Okay, I don't think Wen is going to go down after this. Next we have Susan Kazura. Let me see Susan Kazura. Where is he? Okay. Oh no. Oh no, but I guess the thing is, like, I think I said this before. There's so many good ones here that my eyes immediately go towards. But, excuse me, like, since you've repeated them, I feel like this kind of diminished. Like, you have like 3 or 4 Fate over here. If you put a few other stuff here and there, then, I feel like you would have gotten a higher ranking. Unfortunately, you will, yeah, after Wenli won't go down after this. Wenli, then we have Fuzen Kazura, then we have Marehiro. Let me check Marehiro's one. Where is he? I think he was at the top, almost at the top. Yeah. Yeah. Then Marehiro. Then Yu. Let me see Yu. Was at the bottom, I think. There we go. Yeah. Then we have Lin. Let me check Lin. Where was there it is. Yeah. And then we have Srutin. Yeah, Srutin is at the end. Where is he? Wait a minute. I'm pretty sure Srutin. Yeah, here we go. Right. Okay, I think I have my proper list now. Okay, this is okay. I'm so sorry to people who went down, and I guess congrats to the people who ranked up. I guess because I couldn't really properly couldn't properly judge it up until now because I didn't have everything. Like I reacted to Wenli's submission it was the second submission or something. That's why Wenli was there on top, and then I couldn't really judge it properly. Now that I have everything in front of me, I could properly judge it. Like I'm so sorry, like everyone who went, like especially Wenli, like you like went from number 2 to like number 7 or 8 or something. I'm so sorry, but like I feel like your list was like, obviously it was just anime and I think light novel and everything. I don't really read light novels. I couldn't really, I guess you could say, in that sense, couldn't really like judge your stuff properly because you're a big light novel reader. And then we have anime. There's a few anime that I absolutely love from here, but then then the light novel, manga, and the game, like the only game I could probably connect to was like GTA 4 and 5. um but the others have like such a big variety. That is why like Sake, Xenon, they have like games, light novel and everything. The ones that I personally play, like as you can probably understand from like from this video or these videos, that I play a lot of games. And I watch a lot of anime, play a lot of visual novels. Sake, Xenon, their lists were that diverse. I feel like Hikaru could have gotten up as well, but again, Hikaru was plainly anime and light novel. Like not enough variety for me to connect to properly. Like anime, manga, light novel, that's it. Like no visual novels, like like there's so many like visual novels that I have, like for example Xenon and Sake, they had like like visual novels and the other stuff that were just so like yeah, that's why that is why it became like that. For example, you can see Sake's list here, like Red Dead Redemption, no, this is one, Metro Exodus, god damn it, my nose, Nier Automata, GTA, and then we have like Honkai from the gacha games, then we have Steins Gate, like all these things. From anime we have Oregairu, Vinland Saga, Mushoku, and yeah, like Fate, Tsukihime, like so many, like variety, and I can like like kind of, yeah. So obviously this list or this ranking is done based on my preference, and obviously I will be preferring people's list which are closer to mine. So in that sense, I guess Hikaru and Wenli probably got the short end of the stick because like you guys don't read visual novels or play games. You guys got the short end of the stick, and that's why But your lists were also really really good. Like so in that sense, yeah, there you go. I guess the only exception here is this person. Where is he? Okay, wait a minute. Like like the whole variety thing that I was talking about, the only exception is this. This is such a great list. I don't even need any type of games in here. Like you can see, like there's not enough games here. Near Fate, and then we have like manga and every single anime that this person has written, and like the other ones that like personally commented in my like like the other extra ones that they included, that have commented and all that. I'm not really including those. If I included those, like this person would have become second or something, I think. Since I'm not including these blank portions, yeah, he's this person is third, and every single one of them are really good. I think this list is the only exception, even though it doesn't really have that much variety. Every single like submission was absolutely amazing, and the extra ones that they commented in my like in my video and also in Discord as well. So there you go. Now I'm going to name the rankings again from the beginning to the end. Top position, the winner of this, I guess, these series of videos is Sake. Congratulations. The number 2 is Xenon. Number 3 is the Diamond Miners, something like that, I think the name. Then number 4 we have Attila. Number 5 we have Ken. Number 6 we have Sanjog. Number 7 we have Meliko. Number 8, wait, oh my god, I 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, yeah. Number 8 is Hikaru. Number 9 is Wenli. Number 10 is Fuzen Kazura. Number 11 is Marihiro. Number 12 is Yu Yu. Number 13 is Lin. And number 14 is Srutin. And there you go, that was it. So that was the names. You know what, I'm just going to put the names here, like a separate, like screen, and you're going to see the names here now. And there you go. That was it. That was the end of this series of videos. I had a great time looking at all these submissions and all, like seeing them and kind of like, talking about them. There's a lot of things that I didn't know, a lot of things that I knew, a lot of, new, like experiences, because I was like, a few of them, I was like, wow, I didn't expect you to put this in here. A few of the very, like less known, like stuff that's there. Like, it was fantastic. I loved it. So yeah, there you go. Again, like I said, obviously every single list is really good, and you guys, all of you have really good tastes, but I made this a ranking, so obviously there will be people who are at the top, at the bottom. Me ranking this was based on my preference, but just because I, like if I was a avid like light novel reader, I feel like a lot of people who went down probably would have been up, because I could connect with them and their list. And that's because that's why like those people ended up going lower, because I myself don't read light novels, and stuff like this. So yeah, this is something the ranking that I did was based on my preference and how I like see. So yeah, there you go. Every single list is really good, and there you go. So that is it, guys. I think that there's a very few ones that I actually said that no, I disagree with this. Every single one I was like, yeah, it's good. There's a very few ones. For example, I remember saying no to like the Isekai Squad, Suicide Squad one, because it's barely started, and a few others, I said like no, I don't agree with this, but most of them I agreed. That's why I'm saying all of you have really good tastes, and yeah, so that is it. I'll end it here. I'll maybe do more events like this in the future. I do events like this now and then, like yeah, maybe more events like this will come. And people who weren't able to participate, like maybe you can, if you want to, in those events. And yeah, so there you go. So that is it. Thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed the series of videos, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.